You wanna know more?
When I was young, I was content with having just my own bed. Having a television set was a luxury. And if you had one, all the neighbors would gather in your house just to watch television, in black and white. Now, I can't live without my iPhone, my BlackBerry, and my laptop. And almost everyone has a television set in their homes now.
In a short span of 50 years, Asia's economy has progressed rapidly. According to DBS, 500 million Asians now belong to the middle class, living on approximately 2 to 20 Singapore dollars a day. This number is expected to increase to 1.74 billion in 2020. That's 250 times the current population in Singapore. Asia's middle class currently accounts for 23% of total consumer spending. This number is expected to rise to 42% in 2020, just 8 years from now. The growth of the middle class has led to increasing prevalence of consumerism in Asia, a key factor that has been driving the Asian economy. Consumerism has led to the growth of the Asian economy. If sustained, Asia's prominence in the global economy is here to stay.
Consumerism is when everyone is caught up with possessing more. The newer, the better.
50%!
Consumerism creates an opportunity for growth in the Asian economy. This is due to a growing middle class with increased spending power. In other words, if you spend more, you put more money into the economy, and this leads to growth. If this continues, the predictions of the Asian century, where Asian countries make up more than half of the total global output, will come true. In a survey done by PwC, nearly half of APEC business leaders see the increase in spending power as a key factor for growth in the Asian economy. However, this has also led to a depletion of resources. For instance, the depletion of coal reserves. Global coal demand has almost doubled since 1980. This is driven by an increase in use in Asia, where demand has shot up by 400% between 1980 and 2010. In 2000, based on consumption rates, the world coal reserves were estimated to last just 230 years. 11 years later, in 2011, this has decreased to just 112 years.
At this point in time, you may be wondering, how does the depletion of coal affect me? Or isn't coal something we use during barbecues? Well, you may be unaware of this, but coal is used everywhere in our daily lives. From the production of silicon metal, which is found in your cosmetics and soap, to the refining of aluminium, which is then used in your iPhone 5, coal is needed. If we keep buying without thinking, we are depleting our own resources unnecessarily. In the long run, products can no longer be made to drive the economy. The Asian century will cease to exist. Imagine having no phones, no cars, no soap. How would life be like? So act now by following the instructions below.
Step 1. We could start by recreating old items into new items. By reusing things we no longer want or need, we are minimizing wastage and depletion of resources. For instance, leftover cardboard, old magazines, and rough paper can be converted into a beautifully made notebook. In this way, you save money and you get a notebook that cannot be bought anywhere else.
Your notebook's so nice. Where do you buy it?
I made it.
But I want one too.
It's simple. If you're feeling uninspired, you can always log on to websites like Martha Stewart's craft blog. There, they have step-by-step tutorials that teach you to make environmentally friendly craft out of old unwanted items. For example, an old shirt can be transformed into a new bag. When you tap into your own personal reservoir of creative juices, old unwanted items can be made into fantastic personalized products. At the same time, resources can be conserved. All of us want things that others don't have, so why not make it yourself?
Step 2. Think before you buy. All you have to do to reduce the adverse effects of consumerism on the environment is to ask yourself 3 simple questions. Question number 1. Is it made from recycled, recyclable, or renewable materials? Question number 2. Can you buy a similar item that has less packaging made by a socially conscious company? Question number 3. Do you really need it? If your answer to all 3 questions is yes, then you have mastered the art of being a conscious consumer.
I'm sure we all want to continue living in the Asian century.
Can you imagine reverting back to writing letters instead of text messaging?
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars?
In order for Asia to continue to prosper and for us to maintain our comfortable lifestyles, we have to start practicing conscious consumerism today.
And there's no better time to start than now. So,
Will you join us and practice conscious consumerism today?